Alright, here we are, spectating another match at Territorial IO on the snow map this time. We're on there, but somebody will push us out eventually, hopefully. We're gonna sit here and vibe a little bit, and we're chilling, and we're gonna see what's going on. The people you see that get really big, really early, those are people that are full sending. And full sending usually doesn't end super well for you in this game early on. Like, look how big that guy's getting. He's gonna have, like, no troops. He's got, like, 3k troops compared to, like, you know, this guy's got, like, 12k. It's because he's just not... Oh, I am CG Plays. No, you're not. I am CG Plays. Can we get somebody that pushes out here? You. Get me out of here. Bagel, I'm gonna need you to push me out, please. Thank you. Keep attacking this guy. We got somebody, using, nasty names in chat there, so we'll cover that up. There we go. Now that we've been pushed out, they can't emote us anymore. Fantastic. Problem solved. There, we'll chill here a little bit. 529 is doing pretty well for themselves land-wise up there, I see. Pretty nicely. Looking pretty big there. No, I watch you. Yeah, when I do this, where I don't like no stream delay and no covering the screen, you can see just how many stream snipers I have. It's a lot. It's a lot of stream snipers. Elites. I like Elite's position here. High CG Plays. Another viewer there. These are just the ones we know from space. Elite's got a pretty good spot here. Looks like High CG Plays is getting bodied by Stark and A up. They're going to get pushed out pretty quickly. Love Empire is carving through this guy right here. Another LY CG Plays up there. Another fan up there. Hello. I don't mind you guys like stream snipe during spectating matches. Just please don't do it during like actual matches, if you'd be so kind. I want fair, normal matches when I actually play the game. Let's Go is doing nice. These guys got some big players over here. The problem is, so what we have right here is we have two players right now that are both like pretty big on the board. These two guys, both pretty big on land and troops. These guys really bowed into them a lot, huh? What would benefit these two guys really, really well is if they just, instead of like going to war early or trying to like, fight each other early, if they just form an alliance with each other and just race... Hey, CG Heart, to see you. Hello, hello. If these two form an alliance and just, instead of going to war earlier, like if these guys don't go to war now, they just both lose while somebody else gets big across the board. If they form an alliance and actually honor the alliance, another CG over there, tell you, man, a lot of people want to play. They want the attention. If these two, also that's the name of a country right there. Only one G is the name of a country. If these two form an alliance and like he carves through weak ones this way and he carves his way out through Stark and through these guys, CG don't 3v1. See, look how many viewers we got up in here. So if this, like, they form an alliance, he carves his way up, he carves his way through this, it benefits them both. To just, like, if I'm starting to realize more and more as I spectate these free-for-alls, if you're next to a big guy, form an alliance with, and you're also big, like, if you're both equally big, or like almost equally big, form an alliance with them, you know. If you're number one and they're number two, if you're number two and they're number one, just form an alliance with them and carve through the rest of the board, race each other to see who can get big, and then once you've carved through the rest of the board, then fight each other. Like that's the best bet for one of you having the odds of winning. Because if these two guys like, oh, he's big, I should fight him, or he's big, I should fight him, you both just lose. So if you're next to a big guy, or if you're a big guy next to somebody else who's also close to your side, if there's somebody next to you who's equal in size, and you both have options of going to different paths, if you both have paths towards weaker targets, work together and form an alliance and go towards the weaker guys. That's the winning strategy. Toronto's looking huge right now in the middle. Problem is they're in the middle, and people love to gang up on the big guy. He even makes them lose, unfortunately. Denmark's just chilling up there. Island Emperor, I love that name, it's fun. I am CG Plays. No, you're not. I am CG Plays. Chungus Revenge. Oh, the names these guys come up with is funny. Toronto's look pretty big. Mongolian Union's pretty big. Kekistan's pretty big. A lot of big guys in the middle because there's a lot of land there. Ooh, someone leaving's pretty good for them. A lot of free land for them there. CG Hearts getting some more land for themselves over there. Smart Fridge User 2. I saw you in my other matches. That might be another sniper. I saw them in one of my other matches. Kind of funny when you see the same names over and over. See it once. If you see the same name twice, it might be a random viewer. But if you see the same name like 3 or 4 times a day, alright, that's a viewer. Air 404 is looking okay there. Let's see, ooh, Air 404 is attacking. Let's Go. See, this is what you don't want to do. I'm not sure who initiated this fight, Let's Go or them, But you don't want to do this unless you know for a fact that, you know, 2 or 3 other people are going to help you gang up on them, and then maybe. But, like, you don't want to start a 1v1 fight on somebody who's, like, the same size as you. It screws you both over, really. So unless you know people are going to back you up, just, like, don't even bother. Proud Empire's got a nice position here. Problem is they got to, like, work their way through some decent-sized guys here. I guess they can work on this guy right here. Toronto's looking pretty big. The question is, can they form alliances long enough? See, right here? See? That's why it's rough being in the middle of the crown. So when I see somebody pointing an arrow at me, I immediately make them my #1 target as long as they're pointing the arrow at me. Because that's what you do not want to point the arrows publicly. You want to if you want to tell people to attack him, you click the person nearby and, like, send the arrows privately. If you show the arrow publicly like that, it just makes you a target. Like, if I'm in Toronto's shoes, 100% my next target is Quebec, even if somebody else over here had, like, half the number of troops he does. Because you know for a fact he's going to be attacking you. He's going to be going for you. He's going to probably full send on you. You're just publicly signaling to somebody that you're going to war with them. So of course you take them out first. Like 100%. This right here, the pointing the arrow and do the alliance thing quickly, kind of works, but honestly, like, see how you're having the arrow pointing too long? If I'm Mike, I'm attacking you right now. You don't want to, like, try and, like, point at you and signal the alliance. You want to click on them and give them the alliance in their, like, feed right there, or just click on yourself and show the alliance thing. You don't ever point an arrow publicly unless you just know that they can't take you out. Because look what's happening. The guy who pointed an arrow, getting taken out. The guy who pointed an arrow, getting taken out. This guy, I mean, it will work. Look how everybody's, like, working together against Toronto now. Like, it does work, but, like, you yourself, the guy pointing the arrow, like, you're a goner. If you publicly point an arrow at somebody in this game, you are toast. Because nobody likes having the arrow pointed at them like that. Ooh, arrow 4-4 getting up in it, huh? They didn't send too many troops because it's going kind of slow. Pain with an S is just chilling over there. Proud Empire is just slowly trying to work their way through Flex the Third. Looks like this, the person there is helping them get it done there a little bit. Failure Empire, I love that name. Looks like they're getting pushed through next. Arrow 4-4 is in a nice position here to carve through some weak guys real quick. Poor Toronto still getting bullied down there. Poor guy. That's why I don't like being in the middle. Because I feel like every time you're in the... Like, if you just spawn in, like, this middle circle of the map right here on any map, you're just like, good luck to you. You're just gonna get... If you get the crown early, you're just ganged up on. It's always the guys who come from, like, the outer rims who, like, have a better chance. Carlisle's up here attacking Pain with an S. Air 4-4 is looking huge. I like how they're trying to save the troops a little bit here, maybe. Ooh, they're working on this blue guy. Mike got a lot of that value, unfortunately. Elite's in a pretty rough position here. If I'm Arrow 4-4, I'm not sure I want to fight through Elite here. You gotta be careful not to box in Mike. I would take some of Elite. I would try to take a lot of Elite, but leave Mike a path at the end to, like, touch boards with Let's Go. That way there might be a chance of him. Looks like it'll happen anyways, but you want to give him something to fight other than you. Because he's #2 on the board. What you want to do here is you form an alliance with him. And you go this way, you let him go that way, and best man wins. Because if they go to war with each other right here... Didn't I have a match earlier today where there's some guy named Mike that was in second place? Like, these two, they're both better off forming an alliance and just carving through the board, and Mike just has to hope that this guy gets ganged up on everybody while he, like, goes big around the boards here. Arrow 4-4 has to hope he gets away with attacking here and doesn't get ganged up or stabbed in the back by Mike. But this is your best bet, is, like, be around the border somewhere. Oh, the full send from upstate feels bad, but Mike's loving that because that proves Mike's odds of catching up to him in size. Although the full send didn't do enough damage. But he has the crown, he's touching boards with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And if he's unlucky, they might gang up against him. You know, that's the risk they face. Looks like Let's Go is boating into CG Hart over here. Interesting play. Ooh, Kekistan not afraid to attack the guy who's bigger than him. So if I'm Arrow 4-4, he's my next target. Because when you're big like this and you have the crown, you're surrounded by 4 or 5 players, your only hope is that they're afraid. Ooh, CG Hart also attacking him. This guy's only hope is that these guys are afraid. Things are going down up here, huh? This guy's only hope is that these guys are not willing to gang up against him. You know, you want to find people like Mike that are willing to truce with you and chill. Greatly improves your odds. If you're surrounded by 4 or 5 people that all want to gang up on you, you're done. You're done for. Ooh, Kekistan being the team player, like, take down the crown, take down the crown. See what happens when you're so determined at taking down the crown? You're just gone. Every time I see... Every single person that's been like, quick, he has the crown, deal with him, they're all gone. They're gone, and they have no chance of getting the crown. I'm starting to change my mindset. I used to be like, quick. I used to be that guy saying, hey, everybody, quick, we need to work together, gang up against the crown. And what I'm noticing is, if you're the one, signaling to everybody that you got to take out the crown, you're just always gone. Sometimes you can be the guy who, okay, yeah, you screwed that guy over, but somebody else gets, you're gone, he's gone, somebody else gets the crown. Like CG Hart right here, guess what? You publicly signaled the arrow, now you're done. Now you're done. Mike is really struggling to carve through Let's Go, which is surprising me considering he had like millions more than him and more land. I'm honestly surprised it took Mike this long to carve through this guy. Maybe he was like trying to like bide his time to make sure this guy didn't reap all the value. That's free land for him, but he didn't realize it looks like it. He was too focused. There it is. He was too busy boating across here to realize that. That's fine here. Mike's still trying to keep his way in it. Honestly, I'm starting to think Mike's strategy is the superior strategy. Like, when you're near the crown, don't try to like gang up and take down the crown. Try to, if you're like close enough to size them, try to form an alliance with them. Like as long as you're not up on the chopping block, form an alliance with the crown. Now, if you're next up on the chopping, like CG Hearts, like I completely understand him trying to rally troops against the crown because, well, he was going to be eaten by the crown. So if you're next up to be eaten by the crown, I get trying to like, hey, everybody, quick attack the crown. But like, if you're near the crown and about the same size, you're better off just forming a truce and just carving your way around the board. But to be honest, and hopefully something happens and they like get ganged up on and you can take their land from behind, or maybe their game crashes and they leave and you take their land, or maybe you just have better pathing to get stuff than they do. Like maybe like right here he this guy took the crown nicely. Maybe he stalemates against this guy while he boats across here and gets all this from there and works his way around or something like that. But forming that alliance early is actually like pretty huge. Looks like the person managed to take out this guy and get some of this. We're starting to get to the end game here a little bit. North is pretty unhappy about people attacking them by the looks of things. Is Arrow 4-4 starting to attack them? Arrow 4-4 doesn't want to attack Mike because they've got a beautiful alliance going on. It's working them greatly. Mike's doing exactly what I think they should do from the alliance and work their way up here. If Mike had decided to like try and be the hero to take out the crown earlier, they would just be out of the game. Looks like is Lapras also attacking North? Interesting. Lapras is in a tough situation. Ooh, Mike also getting in on attacking North. An interesting play from Mike. Interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I almost feel like they're better off just ignoring this. I feel like Mike's better off letting this fight take forever. Ooh, a full send for Mongolian on the North. I'm not sure why they did that, but that's great for everybody but North. I feel like Mike is better off just like... See how he just got pushed off anyways? I think he's better off just like consolidating this, boating over, and getting this. And then as these guys pushing through him, get him from behind back here. I think that's a huge misplay on Mike's part. Works out great for everybody else, really. But I think Mike would have been much better off getting all this and then getting this. And then as this guy's full sitting here, he could have gotten all this and had access to this. But now instead, he's just kind of like chilling here and probably about to be blocked off into this corner if he's not careful. I think Arrow 4-4 needs to maybe get a bit of this here, but leave a path for Mike to like thread his tendrils through. Give Mike something to do other than attack you in the back. Lapras is looking great in the middle here, but the problem is they're in the middle, so they're in a primo position to get ganged up on, most likely. Because whoever they start fighting next, they'll probably just end up full sending on them. I think the person... What does the person do here? Okay, Mike's doing the right thing, yeah. Yeah, they're both trying to like race through this, and Mike's getting a bigger chunk of it, luckily for him. Kind of room for Mike in this, almost. I like the way he's playing. He's playing the long game, and it's kind of working for him. He's still third on the board, despite being next to the big guy for so long. Looks like Carlisle and the person are working together to take out Lapras. So is Arrow 4-4. Yeah, we reached the stage of the game where like you've got the crown, you're in the middle. It's not good for you. These three in particular know, or this guy and this guy know they have to attack this guy, or they're just screwed. This guy, it's a gamble. He could attack him, or he could go for these guys, but. These three guys in particular, they realize their best bet at one of them having a chance of winning is team against Lapras right here. They don't have a lot of choice. If the person goes to war with either one of them trying to get big, Lapras just steamrolls both of them that are fighting. Ooh, the person. That's a good play by the person. That guy was almost out of troops, and so he gets a nice big chunk of that land. And now he has the crown, and he's only touching borders with 1, 2, 3 people. Does need to save some troops, though. But he has made an enemy out of Lapras. but that was the right play. This guy was, he formed the alliance with these guys, but when he was about out of troops, he just carved through him that way. He didn't get them all. Mike is, looks like Error and, I'm not sure what Mike and Error are doing. I think they still got their little love alliance going. A couple people are voting to end here, actually. Person and somebody else are voting to end. Carlisle is probably next up. I think people are just like, oh, they voted to end. They voted to end. Very interesting. I think most people got sick of it. They're just happy to vote to end there. All right. Smash the like button if you like Territorial IO and you want to see more around this channel. Let's go.